Hi Joe Howe, it's Miss Rodgers here, and I'm going to tell you about my coral reef aquarium. This aquarium is kind of special because it's full of salt water, so it can have all kinds of creatures that live in the ocean inside of it. I have a couple different kinds of creatures in my saltwater aquarium. You can see my little blue fish swimming around there. And I also have lots of different kinds of corals. This is one of the corals here. It's called a green star polyp coral. It's made of lots of little organisms all living together. These types of organisms can get food out of the water, but they can also make their food from the sun, which is why my saltwater aquarium has very bright lights up at the top that help the corals to grow. This is another creature that lives in my saltwater aquarium. It's called a turbo snail. The turbo snail goes all the way around the aquarium eating algae off of the rocks and off of the glass. Algae is a plant that grows underwater. It's a very slimy plant that likes to grow on rocks and on the sand and on the glass in my aquarium. Sometimes it's green and sometimes it's red. You can see some red algae right beside my turbo snail. That's probably what it's eating. This is another creature inside my saltwater aquarium. It's called an emerald crab. It's green and likes to eat algae as well. You can see it using its claws to pick algae off the rock and put it into its mouth. The emerald crab is really good at climbing and can climb all over the rocks in my aquarium. This is another creature in my aquarium. It's called a sea urchin. The sea urchin has lots of little tiny legs. They almost kind of look like fur if you're looking at its body. And it uses those legs to stick to the glass and to the rocks in the aquarium to move around. It can also move those big spines. The sea urchin eats algae too. It likes to climb around on the rocks and eat algae during the evening and during the nighttime, but it usually sleeps during the day. I already showed you my emerald crab eating some algae, but it also likes to eat tiny shrimp. I have some tiny shrimp in these tweezers. I'm going to see if the emerald crab wants some. I'm going to put the tweezers down in the water. Oh, see, the fish wants some tiny shrimp. And reach towards the emerald crab. Oh, there we go. You can see that he's grabbing the shrimp with his little claws and putting them into its mouth. Another creature that I need to feed in my aquarium is my little blue fish. I'm going to drop in some fish pellets using my tweezers again and see if he's hungry. Oh, there he goes. It's swimming around trying to pick up all the little pellets. There we go. It got those ones. Let's see if it wants a little bit more. There's another one. Oh, it got it right away. I have one more. Here we go, little fish. It's catching the last parts of its food. My fish is pretty small, so it only gets 3 pellets a day to eat. That's all from my saltwater aquarium today. If you have any questions, write them in the comments, and then I can answer them for you. Hope you're having a great day, Joe Howe.